Now driving into Chandidasa, known as being a long time fishing village, but now that bridge that we're going under, as the words say on there, Obyek Wisata Chandidasa, means Chandidasa, a tourist attraction. And an update for those who know the crazy kangaroo, it is now renamed as Al Dente, and there it is. Still all looks pretty much the same inside. I think the TV screens may have gone, but there you have it. Al Dente Cucina Italiano and Lounge. But Pondok Bamboo is still for sale. Just a small halfway stop. We're in Chandidasa and we're at Wacky Jackie. Who's going to get one of those famous crispy donuts and a cappuccino to take away for the rest of the drive. That should hold us out till Amed.
Actually very light. They're not heavy like donuts normally are.
Leaving Chandidasa, travelling through Buk, road stretches eastwards, and we have a subtle array of different sceneries. We travel through Karangasem Regency's capital, Amlapura. It's only about 10 kilometres distance, but it takes you through farming land, rice paddies, rice terraces, little bits of jungle, mountain ranges, and views to the coast. It's got everything, plus a whole lot of little villages along the way with windy roads. The town of Amlapura now serves as the administrative and commercial centre of the Karangasem Regency, but historically it was the seat of the Karangasem Kingdom, one of Bali's most influential royal houses in the 17th through to the 19th century. Righto, so as we drive through the main road of the little village of Timbra, proudly displaying the Penjaws, some of the more interesting tourism places in the Karangasem Regency are Pura Besaki Hindu Temple, or Mother Temple, Mount Agung, which is the highest peak in Bali, the Telagawaja River, which is the only rafting spot in eastern Bali, Chananganan, which is the original Bali or a Bali Aga village where inhabitants have maintained their ancient traditions, Amed, which is a beautiful beach town, Tulamban, which is a famous diving site, and Prasi Beach, which is also known as White Sand Beach or Virgin Beach, which is close by to Buk, and Chandidasa, which is the starting point for visiting the east coast of Bali. We allowed an hour and a half to get from Chandidasa to Amed, and we went the inland route. Could have taken the more scenic coastal route, but that's a bit windy and then the roads are narrower. Seats a scooter okay. And here we are in Amed. What's this, tuna? Good. This section of Amed is referred to as Mertasari, Amed Mertasari. And a little jetty up there, there's lots of fishing happens up this end. As we've just seen, I'm not sure if that was tuna. Because they didn't understand what I was saying, they were asking. So we had a tiny little communication issue there, asking about what sort of fish it was. Not being a fisherman, I can't identify a fish just by looking at it. I'll have to see what is actually on the menu, but it's either, looks like a tuna maybe, little tunas, or I'm not sure, but they've got a good catch in, so that's what happens this in the early morning at Amed. If you're wondering how long to stay in Amed, make it 3 nights. 2 is the minimum, but 3 lets you actually slow down and really enjoy it properly. Amed isn't a typical Bali hotspot by any means. It's a long stretch of quiet fishing villages on the northeast coast with views of Mount Agung in the background and some of the best snorkelling on the island right off the beach. Save your mornings for the ocean times, your afternoons for relaxing, having a few bintangs, and the evenings are for low-key sunset dinners by the sea or up on the cliffside, giving you great views over Amed.
The sand is very black along here, and it's very fine. Does get in between your toes and so forth, but there's a little rocky patch, pebbly patch, which you need to get over before you get to the sand. You can actually see the incline. I'm not sure whether you can actually see it there, but there's the incline where it runs, where the tide comes in and washes the sand, and high tide would come up to about here, and there you have the black sand beach. So it's a little bit awkward to get over some of these pebbles. They are a bit loose and you slide around. Little bits of plastic too, unfortunately. Not a great deal, not by Kuta standards at least, but there is a little bit of crap washed in.
Now, as far as walking or scooter or driving, Amed isn't one compact town. It's 14 kilometres stretched along the coast. If you stay central, you can walk to a few spots, but realistically renting a scooter or driving, having your own transport makes everything easier and gives you the freedom to explore at your own pace. In Amed, you've got the choice of some good restaurants and not so good, but for food, keep it simple. Go to Galanga for a cosy dinner or Rong Inak for solid Indonesian dishes, maybe the Blue Earth Village or Jolly Best View Cafe for views over Gemaluk Bay, or maybe something a little more international. You can try La Cucina Mexicana, and across the road from there is Le Bistro, which is a French restaurant which we tried and we thought it was quite good. Just like we enjoyed our stay at Amed, we found plenty to do. We were always kept busy. There's lots to see. You might not think so, but if you dig deep, you'll find it. It's a great place to just take some time out while you're in Bali and have a look around. And we know it's not for everybody, but it just might be for you.